Welcome to another episode of STARGEEKZ. This is Sean.
This is a little. Ed, I think you get the next column here.
I get. Wow, I've moved up in rank. This is Ed.
What happened, Steve?
I mean, he's on mute.
You're on mute. You know that, right?
No, I didn't.
That's why I said it, because you're not even paying attention. So
I am paying attention. I didn't know I was on mute. I didn't mute myself. This is Steve.
Keeping it green?
Not as much as I would like.
Oh, you should have kept it green for this one, though.
I did though for this one. I watched this last night.
Nice. Oh man. So this week there's not a lot of Star Wars news, but our writer strike is over. So that
the actor strike.
The actor strike now.
The actor strike. I'm sorry, the actor strike is over. So Star Wars will be continuing. I'm pretty sure they're going to jump on the Endor real fucking quick to get that finished up because they were like in the middle of it when it was going through. So hopefully to see that Endor season 2.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
what are you confused about?
They stopped production. Yeah,
okay,
right after the writer strike, they stopped production.
Uh-oh.
And now they were like in the middle of it. So
I did not realize that.
Yeah,
yes, I did.
So,
I thought that I didn't think they were working on that yet. So.
Oh yeah, no, it was already in production. They had everything going. You didn't see it. We talked about the pictures on the regular show. You know that, right?
Man, there's so much going on. I just if after the week's over, it's already out of my mind. It's tough.
Steve,
I don't even remember what we talked about last.
We need to note that to our everyday next couple of times because
noted.
A little bit of Star Wars stuff. Ed had something I think he was telling me about.
Yeah, there wasn't much. I know that Hot Toys announced the 1/6 scale rope from Ahsoka, which looked pretty good, and then of course they teased the Ahsoka figure because she was kind of you just saw the back of her in a pose with one of the shots for it. So yeah,
not a bad figure.
No, it looks good. I mean,
who even
for
is
a
it?
Secondary character that buys in a puff of smoke. So
yeah, who even is it? There's no cool backstory. Like if there was something there, but
yeah. So
like when you take off the helmet, there's no face under there. It's
yeah,
a cool reveal.
It's just.
I wonder if you take it off and it's like it sprays smoke at you. Like,
that would be awesome. Though. Like, damn, that was a waste of $300.
It smells like sulfur. Oh god.
Oh well. So yeah, that was that, and then I don't know, man. I might need you guys on this one because I don't think I'm gonna pull a trigger on it. But Regal Robot announced their Maquette Rancor signature edition and the unsignature edition that is signed by Phil Tippett, and there's actually a piece of artwork by Phil Tippett, but it is very expensive, and I just don't think I need it.
How big is it?
It is maybe 12 inches, maybe at best.
Don't you already have a Rancor?
I do have a Rancor, but it's not signed by Phil Tippett, and it's not the actual one from the drawings.
Listen, for that much money, I would just print out a picture of Paul Tippett's signature and put it next to the fucking Rancor you got.
They have a payment plan, but
I mean, I'm coming at it from a different angle, but that's too much for me.
I'll forge it for $5.
I know, man. It has lineage. Pretty much that's really what I'm paying for is the lineage part of it. I mean, it's a nice
the Rancor looks cool, but it doesn't look better than the one you got.
No, it really doesn't, Steve. Thank you. Thank you for making me comfortable with that because I did not know. Like I was like, damn, man, do I really want this damn thing?
Not for that size. Like, I mean, it's cool because it fits with the rest of them, but I mean, it's not to scale. So
yeah, I know. The one I have, I think, is way better. But they have a one in 1600. Again, it's a payment plan. The other one's 1200. It's out of my price range. I can't do that. I mean, I just can't. Even for $100 a month for the next 12 months. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm cheap as hell, so that's I've got news on the cheap side, so that's what I'll bring up. But no way, dude.
Yeah.
And
So
there's not many things collectible wise that I think I would dip $1,200 in. There's a handful, but not many, and that to me is not like a premium piece. You got your Rancor, so
I know.
I don't. Yeah, it's
Not worth it.
no, definitely not.
Just to be that motherfucker. But oh yeah, I got a $1,200, $1,600 Rancor that has lineage to it. I don't think it's worth.
No.
Not for me.
I mean, I am a sucker. I have paid some shit, but you know, at the same time, nah.
But you also work. You know, you do extra. So
Hello, Greedo.
what's up, Greedo?
What's up?
So me talking about the cheap stuff.
Mhm.
We're in the midst of a new generation. I used to love going shopping on Black Friday and fighting the crowds and punching people in the face and
That was a tradition.
and ball punching. This year I'm not doing that. I'll be on a cruise ship. But
Every chance he gets.
what?
Humble brag. That's
I'm
all.
not bragging. I'm just saying I'm not going to be here for.
I'm not gonna be here.
Jesus.
I'll be on a fucking cruise ship.
It's a cheap cruise for 3 nights. Everyone gets, okay, whatever. Best Buy already has their Black Friday deals going on right now, and Best Buy for Star Wars fans has a few helmets. They have the Bo-Katan premium electronic helmet for $69.99. That's $30 off.
I already got it.
They have the Black Series Artillery Stormtrooper premium electronic helmet. That's the Stormtrooper helmet with the yellow stripe down the middle.
Yeah.
That's $74.99. Regular price is $139.99. They have the Darth Vader Force Effects Elite lightsaber, which is about $100 off. It's $164 for that.
That's not bad.
And then they have a few other, the Black Series. They have the Black Series Luke lightsaber for $165. They have the Black Series Darth Revan lightsaber for $165. And both of those are about $100 off. Actually, a little bit more than $100 off. They have other things as well, but those are the Star Wars ones since we're in STARGEEKZ. So
they was not playing with the Star Wars shit. They was like, get rid of it, because I mean, there's a lot of inventory on that stuff. So
yeah. So I mean, but maybe it's a decent price off if you are looking for a decent lightsaber. I mean, those Hasbro VFX lightsabers are really nice for that price, and the helmet. I mean, that Stormtrooper helmet is really nice. So I like the yellow outline to it. Kind of gives it, that real differentiator. It's the classic, like you have right behind you, Sean, but which is like the yellow around, like right down the middle and then out. I can't share my screen for some odd reason. It's not letting me, but I would have shared it to show you guys. But
I mean, how do you guys feel about a Stormtrooper shaver?
That's not
something different. That looks like something completely different that I've talked about.
Not look like, when I looked at this, I was like,
okay.
I think I brought that up for you guys today.
Yeah, where exactly are they selling this shaver?
That's fine.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not my bag. I don't need that, but Lou, I did see what you were talking about. You do have a lot.
Yeah,
of
if you go to the Black Friday section, and then so I'm actually going to do a separate solo show on the feed, going through the geeky Black Friday sales that are going on now through the end of the month for a bunch of stuff. There's a ton of stuff.
They do got a lot of stuff.
They have some of the biggest Lego sets I've ever seen.
Dude, this one right here, $849 for a Lego set. Not me, sir. I don't need that. That's a lot.
I do need that Chia Pet Grogu though. That's where
that's kind of cool though.
I mean, I'm not getting it, but yes,
Yeah, I don't need that. But yeah, I do see the sales.
Yeah, they're right down at the bottom. You can see that's the VFX Stormtrooper helmet. You just
So that's cool. I mean, nice. Good to know.
There you go.
Thank you.
I bring something to the table for once.
Thank you. Look at you. All right. Well,
I think the only other thing that I'd heard, which I didn't realize it was a thing before, but that the Kevin Feige Star Wars movie is no more. It is officially dead.
Well, they announced it at the 2020, the first Disney Plus day, when Kevin Feige when they did everything virtual. that he was going to be doing. It was same with the Taika Star Wars movie and all that kind of stuff. Was they were throwing everything and anything at the wall to announce. So, and that was one of it. And Feige's admitted he's a Star Wars fan. He's wanted to work on the movies. But I think with the writer's strike, the actor's strike, the setbacks with all movies, I mean, there's some announcements that we'll talk about this weekend on the Geekz in regards just to the Marvel universe being pushed back. I just think there's no time for it right now. So,
Ken,
yes, it is. Ken, look at Ken chiming in like he's not welcome here.
yeah, like he wasn't welcome. Like, man, I put the offer out there after last week.
Ken's checking in for the view count. We appreciate that.
Is it good for a 3-year-old? I think we can.
There's some terrifying moments. So I was going to say, those things come at you like out of nowhere, like that dream sequence. Oh my God. I was like, this is out of Friday the 13th for that little girl.
All right. We might as well get in.
Wilford Brimley, she pulls his sheets off and Jason pops out at her. I'm like, imagine watching this as a 3-year-old. Kenneth, you are going to scar your daughter for life.
But do it anyways.
But yes, we agree.
It's time to talk about death.
That's what was out for 3-year-olds when it came out.
Oh, man, yeah. So, okay. So,
that's why we here.
This is the most insane opening
let me
movie ever.
Wait, look, he's got to do
Are
it.
you doing an intro?
Yes, he's got to do it. What are you doing?
Right,
You're trying to come in here and get all the good jabs in first?
Yeah, God, man. I mean, come on. You got a format. Why you can't find a format out here?
Because this is a free for all. This is
You're
like
fucking reinventing the wheel. A decade in.
STARGEEKZ.
This is like Fight Club.
Damn, hey Sean, right. He called your show a free for all, bro.
I know he did, man. I don't appreciate that, man.
That's cold blooded.
This is the problem. See, this is people like you. I'm gonna boot your ass out of here.
Why don't you go watch my Bears lose to the Panthers?
Yeah, well, there's another tragedy. So, all right, man. So look, we are here.
You could probably beat the Panthers.
We're losing 10-3. So,
oh, good lord.
Star Wars Vintage on Disney Plus. Ewoks: The Battle of Endor. Battle of Endor was released on November 24th, 1985 on ABC, like we talked about last week with Caravan of Courage. This stars Warwick Davis, Aubrey Miller, Wilford Brimley, Carl Stuckins, Nikki Bochel, and Cian Phillips. And
I really wished that Wilford Brimley used his accent he did from Hard Target.
Could you imagine if he punched the snake in this one?
Paul Gleason, and it was directed by Ken Wheat, story by George Lucas, and the synopsis is: Marauders raid the Ewok village and steal a power supply they believe to be magical. Wicked helps Sindel escape the evil witch Sharel, and they befriend a hermit who may help them save the village,
or may not.
Yeah, it depends on how his diabetes is working. But
damn Rugrats.
Yeah,
it's hard to find the right insulin in a galaxy far, far away.
This is on Disney Plus, so it's available to watch anytime and to stream. I'm gonna start my review of it first. I am going to give this a sidekick. It was good though. It wasn't bad. It actually, you know what? Because I gave Caravan of Courage did I give it a hero?
Go ahead.
Yep.
I think I did. I'm gonna give this one a hero too. You know what? Because it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It could have been better, but it wasn't bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of enjoyed it a little bit. So it's my review. I mean, I like the Ewok movies. So what you want me to say? I'll pass it off to Steve because I'm scared to hear what Lil has to say.
Now, I love Caravan of Courage, but this movie sucks. This one is so bad. This is a 0, Sean. I'm sorry. It goes from one spectrum scale of the spectrum to the other. One, somehow kid actors just got worse. I mean, it should have gotten a hero for what they did with
I
Maze's
thought she
character.
got a little better. I think she
She
was
was definitely better.
She was way worse. Wow.
She was way worse than the other one.
The bad guys, like there was the puppetry wasn't good. There was no real creatures like there was in the first one. Now I do like the little guy, the little speedy guy that was with.
I did
Yeah,
too.
what's his name? Tink or
He was awesome. He was
Yo,
like
he
he
had the
was
flash.
weird. It was like he was like cute, but like in a weird old man way. I don't know. It was like it was the weirdest thing. But Wicket started talking, and I was like, I'm done.
That shit fucked me up. I didn't even know he talked. I was like,
How the
wow.
fuck does this take place before Return of the Jedi? And he's over here talking about families over here. Let's go. Watch out, Sindel. Help me. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I was tripping on that one.
So
But they changed the costume here, right? Like his face looks a lot different.
it looks different, and it was more move. Like his eyes were moving.
And, and same with his mouth too. Like his mouth was, because in the other movie, like they could barely move their mouths, and I'm like, well, that makes sense for why they didn't talk, because it didn't. He had like a full like articulated mouth.
I'm frozen.
You are frozen.
Yeah, you are.
And I also didn't like that we hardly got any Ewoks in here except for except for Wicket. But the most egregious is the fact that there's a man on the poster of this that is not in this movie.
I said the same shit.
There's a man front and center on the poster of this movie that is not in the movie. So confused.
Yeah, I was confused on that.
Also, like I said, I think that the writers saw Alien 3 and then were like, I really like the opening for that. Let's do that with
But Alien 3 came out like 10 years after.
So maybe the writers for Alien 3 saw Caravan of Kurt, saw Battle for Endor, and were like, you know what? I think they're onto something.
I think they did. I think that's really what happened.
We'll have to do a spoiler thing before we drop that nugget. Let's not drop that one just yet, but we all know what I'm talking about, and that was a wild opening. So, and also the I just didn't like the bad guys. It looked like cheap cosplay, and the witch was terrible. Terrible.
The witch reminded me of Evil Lynn from fucking Masters of the Universe.
Evil Lynn was way better than this.
No, I agree, but
she was a Night Sister.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
they said she was a Night Sister.
Wait,
that's what they say.
Yeah, she was a Night Sister.
Yeah.
I don't like
who
it.
said that in the movie?
Yeah.
Did I miss this?
No, it's not in the movie,
no.
but it was
retconned it.
Well, it was before the Night Sisters were even a thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, she's the worst one of them all.
Yeah,
It's bad. I didn't like this. I could watch Caravan of Courage all day. I do not want to watch this again. Wilford Brimley was terrible as well.
He was
terrible.
Steve, I'm gonna tell you right now. The man in the poster, I was waiting for him the whole time in this movie.
He doesn't exist. It doesn't even look like Mace. It's just some other guy.
So you gotta bring up the poster because I totally I haven't seen it. Like,
You haven't seen the poster?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, well, you don't know what I'm talking about then. So
I don't.
Everybody was laughing, and you're like, "What?"
I didn't look at the poster, so
dude. Every main character is off to the side, and then there's this guy. And
I'm just gonna throw in Steve. I concur 0. Like
maybe they rewrote it, and it was supposed to be Wilford Brimley's character, and they're like, you know what, we need an old man in here. Things are getting.
We could only afford Wilford Brimley, so
no, I think that's what it was. I'm convinced. Here's the poster, though, right here.
Yeah, you gotta zoom in further. Who?
Oh,
wait,
shit.
what?
I lost it.
Look, who is that? Looks like Sigourney Weaver, kind of.
It makes no
with
sense.
Baggy pants that have fully detailed human knees.
Is that the dad?
This looks like Captain EO, like the poster.
No, it is not the fucking principal from the Breakfast Club.
Well, yeah, he shows up out of nowhere. That's not the same dad. I'm like, what? You couldn't afford the dad from the last movie? Are you kidding me? And then why is the principal from the Breakfast Club in here? Like, you have.
I like how they recast the mom as a dummy. Who you only see laying down.
Yo, laying down. Like she was just like this.
You know what, Sean? I might have to bump it up to a low sidekick because of the dummy work in this movie. Because
Listen.
there's another scene where I'm like, man, I do love me some dummy work.
Yo, the dummy
I
work
do
is
love
good
the
in this,
old
yo.
dummy work stuff.
Yeah, but for the creatures, the whatever they call
That
them,
weird dragon thing in the. Oh, you know what? We're getting into details. You gave it a 0?
0.
Ed.
All right. See, this is why I'm a Star Wars fan. The last one was a sidekick. I enjoyed this one way more. This one was a hero for me. Now, I saw
What the
this when it
fuck?
came out.
It's happening.
Now, I was a teenager at the time, and Star Wars was fading, so I barely remembered it. So this was very new for me. But it had a lot of the stuff with Star Wars. You had some.
It did.
I mean, look at Yoda from the Empire Strikes Back. Very puppety. Same thing. You've got a Muppet feel with the bad guys. The
Yeah, I
pacing
do.
was better. The story kind of moved along. It wasn't just that long road trip to nowhere. So it was a much better movie for me. I really did enjoy it. It wasn't, I mean, I felt a little pain in the last one where you kind of struggled to get through it. This one was great. I enjoyed it all the way through.
Yeah, it went.
I mean,
it went through smooth.
It was Star Wars.
Yeah, there was no real hiccups.
I think that's one of the problems I'm having, Ed, is that like I didn't feel Star Wars from it. I was bored. I was having a hard time paying attention. And then this lady starts fucking serenading the little girl in the woods, and I'm like, this movie's fucking weird, dog.
Well,
this movie's
yeah.
fucking weird, bro.
In
This does not feel Star Wars. This feels like Legend.
Well,
like,
and
in
we
a
can
bad
get into
way.
that in spoilers because that's George Lucas hard at work.
Yeah.
So, but no, I enjoyed this a lot more.
Wow, 2 heroes and 2 zeros. I don't think it's ever been this fucking divided. But you know what's funny? But you know what's funny is we're all gonna agree about the same dumb shit.
Wow. Probably.
Look at the backdrop of the two who give it heroes. We've got all our Star Wars stuff, so you know.
And that's okay. We understand and appreciate the love of the fandom. We all do it. You know, it's Steve's Ivan Ooze. It's my Amazing Spider-Man 2. We all do it. You know, and that's why we're fans, right?
I think the worst one was Terminator Genesis for me.
Oh, we fought you to death on that one. You're like, no, this is great. And we're like, Steve,
Sorry about
did you
the
watch the same fucking movie as we did?
You know what? I still kind of like it. It's not bad.
Yo, we went ham on you. We was like, "Fuck you, Steve, you piece of shit." Oh,
I know, I
the
was like,
reason why cinema is ruined.
You guys threw it to me first, and I was like, I give it a hero. You guys are like, what? I was like, well, this is gonna be the fun next 30 minutes.
That's true.
Oh shit! All right, man.
Oh, Al asked the question: did they make toys and merchandise for this movie? I do not know.
Not that I know of.
No, but I mean, we do have a Blorg thing that's a hot toy. There you go, right there.
Well, I don't think the Blurg thing. This is their first appearance, but
they should make.
It wasn't because of this. I think that was because of Mandalorian.
I mean, yeah, granted,
but it was cool seeing him. I was like, ooh.
So they didn't have anything. They didn't have like kids' books and stuff. Like
I don't remember anything.
So this is funny. So apparently, Joe Johnston actually made a Ewok book that I don't know how it sold. I have no idea. So the funny part is they based a lot of that like off of Caravan of Courage and Ewoks. Like I don't know where it is. I have no idea where it is in the ethos. don't get me the line, but Joe Johnston actually they wanted to base it off of what he had created, and very interesting. Like I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look for that book that he made, but yeah, it's interesting. And then whoever else, George Lucas grabbed some dude that was doing nothing, and I think he had him create the whole story behind this whole thing. I don't know why. I don't know how Wilford Brimley got in here, whatever the hell his name is.
Are we in spoilers now?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I was gonna show some little bit, like screenshots.
Yeah.
Do you have your spoiler effect?
Oh, no, I don't.
You created it for the last one.
I did.
Yeah, I was waiting for the drop.
That's
I was
yeah.
like,
You guys are waiting for the drop?
You fucking made a drop. You made us all stop and watch it before you fucking you had it ready last
I don't
week.
even know what happened to it, to be honest. It was here, but it's gone now.
Damn.
A little took it off. A little probably deleted it.
I did not take anything off.
Messing with a little. He probably did delete it. I don't know what happened to it.
Sh-
But oh,
yeah, well, Little thinks your show's a free for all, so you probably
yeah,
did.
clearly. So this guy. Thanks a lot, buddy. Well, anyway.
If we're in spoilers, I just wanted to say, like, the fact that, like, the fact that they just murder this whole girl's family, this girl's whole family in the opening minutes of the movie is just crazy. But that comes after you have like a whole ass conversation with Wicket, and I'm like, God damn, why is he still talking?
With light music.
I want to say one thing. I fucking love that fucking green Lucasfilm limited production shit. I want that on a t-shirt.
Just plain like that.
Yeah. Love
old
it.
school kind.
Yeah, need
It definitely does give a nostalgic feel to it.
Yeah. So I mean, we get right to the action. First of all,
it's so pretty in the beginning and light music, and they're skipping.
They're skipping and shit. I'm like, oh,
picking flowers.
She still hasn't changed her clothes.
Well, they're still stranded.
It's been years. That child is way older. Well, I guess it's only 2 years older. But
the shit that fucks me up, like really, Steve, is the fact that they don't blink, and it is killing me. Now they did change it in Return of the Jedi. They do blink in Return of the Jedi.
I'm sure they digitally changed it after the fact.
Of course.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think that Wicket's costume looks really good, and I think that they probably put a lot more money into it because it was the only Ewok really shown. You get glimpses of him here and there towards the end with the battle and towards the beginning with the attack on the village, but really, it's Wicket for 90% of the movie.
It really is. I mean, Warwick Davis pretty much did a good job.
But like,
what is this?
It's like Margot Kidder.
That looks. There are people that do cosplay with foam. Looks better than that.
So
Like,
the reason for a lot of this is all 100% George Lucas. So he had this whole fantasy piece that he wanted to roll in, which is why it feels less sci-fi and more fantasy. And apparently he took his daughter and they saw Heidi. And so he wanted this whole orphan kind of adventure. And that is the reason why he also wanted that. Well, they killed the whole family right out of the gate.
But it's just it's like it's fucked up. Like Cinder rolls up on her dead mom laying there.
I gotta find
ass all up in the air.
I gotta find
for real. And then Mace is sitting there like looking a little older, and I'm like, ugh, him again.
That's the best part of the movie. They killed him off right out of the gate.
He drags her to a hut, and then the hut explodes. They mortared the hut. Like, god damn. That is rough, bro.
He said that dummy work was good.
Well, they casted the lady of the mama. They never showed her face. She had the kill shot in the last movie. She doesn't even get a face shot in this. Yeah, and then they shoot the fucking mess with the bull, get the horns right in the back.
Yo, his death was just a hand falling from a tree. It was just
yeah, but it's fucked up because she looks at her bracelet and she keeps like, remember when the hut blows up?
Oh, I had like a
and two of the lights just went out. I was like, oh fuck. That's fucking devastating, bro.
No, it was devastating. I was like, oh shit.
But she takes it well.
There's a death meter.
Oh, this girl gets over the death of her family fucking quick. She's like, my whole family's dead. It makes me sad.
I was gonna say she cried more at the end for Wicket than she does for her own damn parents.
She did. She did. I'm trying to find good spots, man, but it's hard because
there is no good spots.
This movie is chopped up, screwed so hard. It's just like, God, I don't even know where to even take screenshots.
I don't even know her point, like why she turns into the
scary. That was very scary.
That was scary at least 5 times in this movie. There was a moment when they were in a campfire, and there's a meme for it. He's like this, touching her on the side like this.
He's like petting her. Yeah,
it's so weird. It's so weird.
A lot of heavy petting in this movie.
Yeah.
The other He-Man piece that kind of called me out was when just before they take the power thing from the dad, you hear the main bad guy as he's like, "I have the power." I'm like, what? He-Man? Who? What?
I hate the voice too. It's just like, I have the do a bad guy voice, he said.
Yeah.
This I thought was funny. So again, with George Lucas being the way that he is, apparently when they put the budget for this together, the bean counters knowing exactly how George Lucas works, they hid a certain amount of money knowing that he was likely to come in at the last minute and make a change and require some more work. So this whole scene with the dragon was not in the original shoot. This was an afterpiece because George Lucas, wanting his fantasy, goes, we need like a dragon. We need some dragon thing. So they did this whole piece separate with the money that they hid in the budget.
Oh, that dragon.
That dragon thing looked terrible.
Wow.
Terrible.
I do like the fact that it was stop motion, but it just the green screen effect, it just didn't work. It looked too.
But I'm gonna say I gotta give him credit
Made for TV.
When Wicked got his little glider thing and just jumped and jumped out. I was like, oh, that was kind of cool. I kind of like that.
But the falling effects of Sindel, like
was
yikes. And then like the weird like cutaway where she like falls into the thing. Also, that should have like crashed it right out of the sky.
Yeah, I think it would have been a piece of shit.
But then they had like the awesome dummy, like the superimposed shots. It's all glowing outside. They could barely cut it. Oh my god.
It was like a Mac and Me moment.
Dude, I was about to say the same thing. It was like she just fell off of her wheelchair off the cliff.
Oh man, that was great. That was great. Oh fuck this, Steve. This is still stays a hero for me.
That's
all right. Moving forward. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Introduction of Teak.
I do really like this little guy. I think he's cool.
I like this.
I like the sounds he makes. I like his design. It just looks really cool. And I like that he's just quick as shit. Like, what a good little pal to have, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish they would have had him in like Return of the Jedi or something. But it would have been out of place, I guess. But it was kind of cool though. Alil, what you got to say, Alil? Nothing?
Nothing. I mean, I don't understand any of what's happening. Like, that's it. Like, it's just so bizarre to me. And like, I just want to jump to the end because like so much in the end, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why Tink didn't go with Wilford Brimley. Why he just left him.
For real.
And there was some kind of relationship going on here for years with
there was, right?
Like how he was rubbing his face. I was like, what
about like Endor just seems like a crazy place, right? Like all the creatures on there are either really terrifying or like terrifying in a cute way, but they're still scary. Like, Tink is scary. Like if you walked into the room and that little fucker was in your room standing there, that would scare the fuck out of you. Like, oh my god.
Miserable old man.
He fucking runs around. Yeah, but is he? Because he turns the corner like that. Like, we want you to be grumpy for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, the minute she had a nightmare, he then like coddled her. Right?
You think his name was Nick because like he looked like Saint Nick? He looked like Santa Claus?
No, he's Noah.
Is he Noah? That's what it was.
Yeah, Noah.
I got like
didn't he play Santa Claus in that fucking
I felt like
Christmas movie we watched?
From him. Yeah.
He's been Santa Claus a bunch of times. Snowman, Santa Claus, everything.
Yeah, this scene is the one where, you know, they're in there, they clean his house, they make food for everybody.
Literally.
And he is going to just take all of it and is like, get the hell out of the house. You're going to starve.
Take your hard ass biscuits with you. Them biscuits was hard as shit. Like when I looked at a little scene where she was about to put it in her mouth and she was like, she licked it and then put it to the side. Because them things
She still has her baby teeth. She's not trying to lose them on set.
Yo, no. That food was only made for Ewoks and that little guy right there. That was about it. Oh man. Oh, this was the nightmare one. This is the nightmare.
Right here. That scene right there where he pops out of the bed. I was like, my God.
Wilford Brimley, put some fucking pants on. There's a child in there.
Yeah, I didn't realize like they had muumuus in the Star Wars universe for men.
Yeah, he did. He had his. She was scared as shit. Anyway. All right, moving forward. I just want to jump. I guess we could jump along.
Because nothing
really happens. This
like
is another empty space where they're just like learning to like, but they never address the fact that her fucking whole family just got murdered. Like
they do at one point. They do at one point. You know, that's when she's sitting on.
But they're
Wilford
like
Brimley's
they're like
lap
immediately
Santa
like,
Claus.
but they're immediately playing outside.
You know,
And then they go make a pie.
they casted her because she looked like Shirley Temple. You know that, right? So that's what the little curls are. Like they wanted her to look like Shirley Temple.
Why?
Well, that's your
Shirley
Heidi
Temple
fucking
was
thing,
how
like Ed was
long?
just saying.
That makes
George Lucas is
no
fucking old. He's probably like watching that shit when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kids in the 80s did not give a shit about Shirley Temple.
He wasn't making this for kids in the 80s. He was making this for himself, clearly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I agree. So this was the whole adventure, I guess. Oh,
this is insane.
the white witch.
Yo, and it's like cold outside.
Yeah,
You can
the
see him
Wizard of
poking
Oz.
through.
Legend.
Yeah, fucking unicorn in the back.
Look, I mean, it's cold on set, and you could tell. So, this is supposed to be a kids movie.
This made no sense though. Like it was like, was she a mermaid? Was she a witch?
No, it's Galadriel from fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. There's a lot of like Lord of the Rings shit that was kind of like was placed in this.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna give Sindel the one ring of power right here. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was bad until I fucking realized, like, oh, she's a bad guy.
Yeah, but she showed that really quickly. She was like, "Oh, you just walked over to me. I'm evil."
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
And that's
Horses-
a man. That's
Horses in Star Wars.
no, not even that. That's a man. That's not even a woman.
You can tell, yeah, you can see the wig. It's so
And not only that,
Wig
that's probably not a real little girl on that horse either.
Oh, no. That was definitely a dummy.
You know what it is? That's the man from the poster.
It probably is. No, Steve, that was definitely dummy work. That was
This is the prince coming to fucking find the princess in the forest. Like, jeez. That is definitely a man.
That was
Definitely-
definitely a man. That was a good screenshot that I got.
Had to find the child because that's what he was yelling about. Find the child.
I did feel like the creatures, like these guys, the marauders, like I actually didn't have a problem with them at all. I thought some of them.
I'm not a fan. I don't like their mouths. Like their eyes all look really good. They did a good job with the eyes, making them blink and making it seem really seamless.
Yeah.
But the mouths, you can see his mouth moving inside the other mouth behind the teeth. His lips never fucking close. His teeth are always showing, but he's making the M and T. And I know that it's like stupid and it's like it's mask. I get it, but like it's fucking. They do a close up on his face so many times when he's talking that it becomes exhausting to look away from.
Hey, Ed,
Well, they got another Emmy.
Hey, Ed, yeah. Hey,
Did
Ed,
they
this-
really?
Yeah.
For what?
Special effects.
What?
I mean, it's daytime television. So what are you really competing
You
against?
can't compete
In the
against
80s.
I
In
there's
85.
out.
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah,
and-
there's nothing to
In
compete against.
85, yeah, if they
I don't
didn't
think
win, it
so.
would be a travesty. Just that cherry sitting in looks cool. So
Oh no, dude, that's a piece of the Death Star right there. That little piece right here. This little piece right here is a piece of the Death Star. Literally.
They pulled a lot of Star
But
Wars.
how could
props
it
in
be
there.
when this was before Return of the Jedi?
No, the original Star Wars.
Well, no, this in the timeline it's before Jedi, but this is 85.
Yeah.
Jedi
I
came
have
out
the-
in
I
83.
have the
Well, that's what I'm
pieces
saying.
right
I'm
there.
saying
no, we're not saying that's part of the
dude.
Death Star from like that in canon.
Okay,
that's
I got
just
you,
a
I got
prop
you.
they're
Yeah,
using
that's-
oh,
from.
God.
Got
From
it,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had so many of those little pieces.
It is repurposed. I got it.
Yeah, it is repurposed everything.
I
they
thought
did.
you meant like this was
No.
found parts of the Death Star that landed on, and like even like how did this planet not explode after a damn Death Star fell into it? Basically,
Yeah, no. This is just
well, that's the
in
part that I'll
comics-
tell you.
in the comics, apparently the Death Star fell and it killed all the Ewoks. That's
Wait,
not
Fuck,
canon. It's not
Makes
canon.
sense.
But
that's terrible.
As it
I don't
should
like
have.
that story.
As it should have.
Fuck you, Lil. That's terrible.
well, fuck you. Ewoks are great, and I really want to see them come back in Star Wars.
Ewoks are amazing. This movie set aside, like I can still find things to like about this movie, but I just think it's a big step down from the first.
I mean, well, little girl kidnapped, and talking to the witch, and then
this stupid jokey scene where they're playing cards
Wolf
and then he
would-
sits on his hand.
He's got a fucking bat gun.
back gun,
Oh,
grappling.
Tim Burton saw this and he's like, "I'm stealing this for."
I like how he's like, "I'm going to war," and he puts on like a fucking baseball cap.
And they show all of it. It's like clip all this. A little like I'm like, oh, a little montage.
But he's not even like gearing up. He's just clipping his vest shut. Like it's not like putting gear up. He's just like buttoning his pants and lacing his shoes, and putting his hat on. And he grabs a rope and he's like, "I'm gonna go rescue her." Diabetes.
I like that he says diabetes every time. At the end of every line, he's supposed to. He gets paid for it.
He
There was
he trademarked the word.
There was one more where he's like, "Oh, I made it."
Trademark diabetes.
So what?
He trademarked that vernacular.
Did he?
That way of saying it.
No.
No.
I don't know. You may have got some facts that I didn't know.
That would be awesome, though.
At least with the grappling hook scene, Wicket was able to get his kill.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He dropped the guy. He dropped the guy in the moat for whatever to eat him.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even know what the fuck was in that moat. Like
Wicket's a stone cold killer, bro. Wicket
Well,
does
all
not
the
give a
Ewoks-
fuck.
first
He
of
was
all,
like, "I
one-
will kill you."
First of all, the Ewoks was killing people left and right in this movie. They had a good body count. Like,
Well, their village got attacked. They had to do something. I'm just gonna try to hug them.
yeah,
Like,
but
let's
they were
not forget that they dragged our trio of heroes tied to stakes to put over a fire when they met them in Return of the Jedi.
It's true. They were trying to eat Han Solo.
They weren't they? That was true. All right, so we're just jumping through. This is that part of that.
Detonator.
Yeah, this little detonator. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna blow a hole in it." And it's
That
a
was the only thing at that point
cartoon hole.
that made me feel like Star Wars. Seeing him use that detonator felt like,
Detonator.
yeah.
It's like a
Same-
cartoon.
I was
hole.
like, Sean needs that prop.
Oh, I would love to have
Oh,
one.
you need
I
to get
have
yourself a thermal detonator.
I have a thermal detonator.
Yeah,
I need
but
that.
But that one.
Yeah.
This one.
the one
in
the rebels
particular.
used on Endor.
Yeah, I can't even find. I can't even get a good still on.
And then
that
you need to get this rubber sword that this guy has. That's
one. I don't
awful.
want that shit.
You know, one of the other props they use that, for whatever reason, as soon as I saw it, when the one Marauder goes and rings the alarm, that piece is one of the heads that's mounted at the bottom of Jabba's.
Oh yeah,
Throw
yeah,
the
the
shit.
little ring piece.
Yeah, I saw it. And I'm like, I know what that is.
yeah.
So-
Oh, automatically, that's
Yeah.
what I see too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm trying.
See,
to
that's
get
why
that.
you guys give this a hero, because it's like all the repurposed stuff. You're like, oh yeah, I saw that in Jedi. I saw that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this piece right here. That piece.
Yep,
that little piece right
That's
there.
it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It was cool. Yo, a couple of the Marauders had on like A-wing pilot helmets. Yeah, there's a couple. So like the props, the little things in this were like, oh wow, like they're using little pieces of Star Wars in every single little thing. I thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
And again, this between the Marauders and the castle, it felt like Jabba's palace.
It did. I had that.
But wouldn't
Jabba's
that
palace
been a
vibe.
better movie if this was Jabba's palace and they were fighting
Uh,
Gamorrean guards rather than these guys?
It'd be great, but well, then it would have to take place on Tatooine though.
No, what if Jabba has multiple palaces?
Hmm.
He's a kingpin.
You could, but it's a little far fetched.
Oh, it's a little far fetched. Yet this movie,
Yeah, these weird fucking bearded dragon space pirates with a witch.
Maybe they wanted to
leader,
make their
like-
own shit, but they didn't. I don't know.
a little.
Listen, I'm trying. I'm stretching.
That's all right. That's why we love you.
Well,
Oh, when Sindel is like, "Oh no, she's evil. She stays." I was
yo,
like,
she ain't shit for
damn.
them. I thought they were actually building a friendship, and then come to find out, no, she
Hell
was a
no.
savage. She was a savage. She's like, yo, fuck that girl.
Now she threw the keys down the drain. So what if they didn't unlock the other Ewoks? Is it like,
Hey, look
Oh,
at that!
shit.
Look at that A-wing fighter helmet right there. Right
oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah, see, gotta love it. Let's see what else. And then we go into all-out war, and shit gets crazy. And there's no Ewok village in this. There's just a regular down and like a little village on the ground. The Ewok village that we are used to is always up in the
Yeah,
trees and shit.
Well, maybe they moved it up
Yeah.
into the trees after all this shit.
After all this
They're
shit,
like, you know what? We need to get the upper hand on these fucking Marauder guys because they're tall. They just come scoop us up.
yeah, we need
We need to get up high.
We need to relocate. This is
I'll-
I think this whole fight scene was really cool. Like, I really enjoyed all this. I really enjoyed the inside of this ship. Like, it had a lot of like little Star Wars things in it and gadgets. I thought that was cool.
A lot of the scenes of the Ewoks tooling up and fighting were extra shots from Return of the Jedi that they didn't use.
I felt that way too.
When you saw them stringing bows and doing all that,
Yeah.
it was all footage for Jedi.
Interesting. All right, so
that makes sense because
Yeah.
those scenes actually look better.
Yeah.
this
And some of them looked out of place. Like you'd see the woods behind them. It's like, wait, that's not where they're at.
no, like this scene right here looked
Yeah.
like it was from Jedi.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. It didn't really fit. There were some cool scenes. This was a cool scene, Steve. When he ran around his ass and like wrapped him around the tree. He did that whole flashpoint.
Yeah, no, that was good.
That was cool as shit. I was like, oh,
There-
that's cool.
I know you're trying to get me up to a low side.
Don't do it, Steve.
No,
Don't-
'cause I did
don't
like-
fall to the
I-
dark side. No,
I
know
did
it.
like the whole final fight scene. I like seeing the
I
Ewoks
did
getting it in.
too.
I
But
like the little
did you like
tricks and
seeing that
stuff.
the main Marauder guy like swing his sword at Wilford Brimley like around him the whole time, just left, right, left.
And I didn't like the wobble in it either.
Oh my god! Oh, I was
Yeah,
laughing
that was-
so
that
hard
was-
when he took his stick first and hit the sword. You just saw the sword just wobble like floppy.
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
didn't.
was like,
I did. Well,
I
this-
love when people
Ewok
hold
kill.
spears towards their stomach. Like,
oh,
looks like he's wearing like somebody's like grandmother's robes right there.
yeah, like he just got out of the robe and
Like
somebody
it's a
speared him.
pink robe.
He just
like
got out of the
that.
shower. He's like, "Oh, that was a nice rinse." Ah!
I was trying to dry my hair. What?
that
Ah!
was
He
an
still got the
Ewok
towel
kill,
over his
though.
head.
That was an Ewok kill. Don't take it for granted. It was an Ewok kill. Like,
Yeah,
they
but he
really-
caught
we
him
know
coming
the
out of the
Ewoks are
shower. It
murderers.
wasn't even fair.
Yeah. He was offset. He was coming out of his trailer and then got stabbed. What the hell?
I love this
That-
scene. When
Damn,
it
Wilford
started
Brimley
to-
gets on the fucking
Flashes
turret.
and
I
shit. That's
forgot about
awesome.
this. Man, this was good.
That's the same canon from Return of the Jedi, where the character Vizam mounts it and then shoots at the skiffs.
Man, it's fucking cool. I really enjoyed it.
I
Really
can see why you two just love this. You're like, look at that piece, this piece.
Damn,
Look
you
at
got
that
Ewoks with
gun.
blasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ewoks have
Yeah.
blasters and shit. Come on, yo. Come on, get these
This
captains.
is like, and on second thought, this is kind of like Dances with Wolves.
This didn't win an Oscar.
For real. Best director?
Ewok
Is this
getting
directed by Costner? Yo, that
Ewok-
Ewok is his
Ewok-
head in the basket?
Catapult.
Bro, that doesn't, dude, he's gonna die.
That was all dummy work, Steve. It's like, oh, just throw this Ewok around. We throw him in. Put some.
Could you
cushion
imagine
around.
getting launched? Like, that's the moment of departure from the catapult. Look where his head is. It's in the basket. Like, what's he gonna do?
He
Oh,
got his ass thrown. He thrown right into him. Yeah. I mean, and then like that, that's pretty much it at this point. And we get the last scene where he got thrown way across.
He broke his arm.
He did break
He was
his
in a
arm.
sling at
I
the
felt
end.
bad for him. I was like, he hurt his hand. He was all holding it. I was like, oh,
So I
Oh,
must have
wow.
turned my head for like 5 seconds. And I didn't go back and play it. What the fuck happened right here? Like, I am so confused.
Oh, Wicked threw he has that little slingshot thing that he throws and hit the ring, and somehow it turned him into stone.
Is that what
it hit it's like the acorn trick from Willow.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that
That
either.
is literally what he stole that from.
And the
this.
lady that turns into the bird, just like in Willow.
Yeah, he used a lot of Willow shit in this. And that was it. Like they said,
and then they leave. They, like instead of like Wicked joining them because like they've grown so attached to each other. They're like, nope, bye. And even Tink, like why didn't he Tink?
that bear looks terrible.
Yeah, look at his snaggletooth.
Yeah, they just put a fucking thing on him. It's like here.
The one right behind Wicket looks so sad.
He
The one to
does
the
look
left.
this right here. Motion. Oh man. And then that was really it.
But yeah, they just sort of leave in their rink-a-dink ship, and like so this old man has played the long game and abducted a child from a strange planet.
Ooh, that was creepy. And that was it.
I have to give it props for the ship launching. That special effects won at the Emmy.
Wasn't
Like,
bad. Again,
was-
I'm still sticking with my hero. I'm not going to change.
Well, I think I'm up to a low sidekick, but it's still really bad.
Thank
No. I will never watch this again.
Although, no, I don't think anybody's ever going to watch it again. I'm never going to watch it again. I never watched it before. I think this is my first time. I remember it, but I don't remember it. So, I mean, I don't know, man. The world loves this movie. Don't get it fucked up a little. Like, yeah,
What world?
the world from the 90s and the 80s, people love this movie. There's some Amazon reviews that love this movie. I read some Amazon. They was like, I love this movie. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, but every shitty movie has people that like it.
There's a ton of 80s movies
but it's the same. But
There's
we-
gummy bears on Amazon that give you diarrhea, and people give it 5-star reviews and amazing reviews.
Sean, you have
It
to
still
admit
gives you diarrhea.
this was a bad movie. Now you can like it, but it's not good.
It wasn't good, but it's nostalgia for me. And
For sure.
there's
Oh,
a
no,
lot-
listen,
there
Power
were a
Rangers,
lot
I
of
get it.
there were a lot of great things that came out.
Wait, how is it nostalgia for you if you've never watched it? So, like, it's not nostalgic for
Ewoks-
you. Like,
Ewoks-
you've never seen it before.
The Ewoks, the whole Ewok movie lore is nostalgia.
No, you know what it is? It's for real. You know what it is? It's that green Lucasfilm logo that pops up and it puts you mentally back into that space.
Yeah, it didn't. Again, the Ewoks movies existed. Although I think I've
I
seen
know,
it.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, I've
I'm
seen
messing
it,
with
but I just don't remember it as much. But again, like I enjoyed it. It's not bad. There's worse shit out there.
You know, after
Well,
this,
there is worse shit. But
we don't get any more Star Wars until Phantom Menace. There's a 14-year
Really?
gap. This was the last production before Phantom Menace.
then they had the cartoons though. And then the Ewok cartoon come out after this, and
Droids in the but they ran for a couple like what?
A
One ran
season,
for
I
one
think,
season
yeah.
and one
Ewok
ran for two.
cartoons
But
before
as
this.
far as anything live action,
Yeah.
this was the last until Phantom Menace.
Damn.
But
and
Star Wars,
there were video games.
And
computer
Phantom
games.
Menace is where Yoda looked the most puppety. So
That's true.
catching mitt.
I can't wait to go back to that one. And I don't think they changed it, but I would love
Yeah.
to see that again.
The
There's
first
pictures of
version.
There's pictures. It's
you don't remember the puppet from Phantom Menace of Yoda?
I remember.
Looked like a catcher's mitt.
It was rough stuff.
I remember it, but I don't remember because like once I went back and seen it again, they changed it. You know,
I remember because I've only watched Phantom Menace like twice because I hate that movie.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a good movie, but
Still one of the best fucking finales of any Star Wars.
we
movie.
will review it and go back and see how we feel about it.
It's like the worst 90 minutes to lead up to a great 30 minutes. It's so it's
Are you going to review all the Star Wars movies again?
Of course, we don't have them on video. We only got them on podcast.
Oh,
Sean wants to redo everything we've done.
we
We're
did
gonna go
those
back.
before Episode 7 came out. Oh,
Yeah.
you're going to do the sequel trilogy too?
Yeah,
In a marathon, proof all the movies.
Steve, we going deep.
Well,
I'm going in.
Oh shit!
I have no idea what we're going
Like the pillow, he's going in hard.
going in dry.
Yeah.
Ooh, gross. Listen. I
No
appreciated
lube on Endor.
appreciated it. We said too much. We said enough. We
We
gave
said
it
too
ratings.
much.
A little hated this tragically. The Ewok. I think the whole Ewok series you hated, right? Yeah, you didn't like the last
I
one.
did. I did not. I
He held
even dressed my twins as babies as Ewoks, and then thinking about it now, I'm like, man, that's terrible. After seeing these two movies again,
You had a nostalgia
What do you-
love for it. You did.
What do you guys think of doing like shorts?
well, we want to do. I want to do the it's on there. It's the Boba Fett and Chewbacca cartoon. I forgot the title of it. The one that was from the holiday special.
Yeah.
Are we gonna save that closer to closer to Christmas?
Christmas for sure. I got something. It's called, just sticking with our Ewok theme. I'm just thinking of stuff. We got Ewok Hunt, a Star Wars horror story. It's an 8-minute long short, and I think it would be fun to do that.
Is this an independent film?
Yes, it's a fan film. But hey, man, like, look, you want to start getting into Star Wars fan shit too? Ooh, there is some doozies out there, bro.
I would love to review the fucking the cutscenes from fucking the movie, from the fucking video games. Those cutscenes were fucking amazing. Like those just were like epic.
What were you gonna say, Dave? Or Dave, Ed?
You guys, you have to have seen this, but the original fan-made troops.
Of course.
Oh, okay. Because that is fantastic.
Troops is great.
Yes.
They had a whole bunch of like fan-made like saber duels. Like there was one called The Way of the Saber that was really good. It was just an awesome fan saber lightsaber fight. There's one called Ryan versus Dorkman, and it sounds dumb, but it's so good.
That was the one that was the first time I had seen anything on YouTube and anything Star Wars related, and I remember watching that shit every day. Like that thing was so amazing. I think
in a marriage
part
of
2.
Geekz and STARGEEKZ, there is a Bat in the Sun production of Batman versus Darth Vader.
So good.
Where they both lightsaber fight. And it is incredible.
So good.
So, like, there's lots of cool things out there besides the movies you get into. But if we're sticking with the Ewoks for a minute, that short seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll dip into that. Like we can.
I want to do the Ewoks cartoon and the Droids cartoon.
Yeah.
Listen, just let me know when y'all ready to do it. Don't matter. I'll just every Wednesday we doing it. I mean, every Thursday
There's so much content. There really is.
Yeah, there is. It is.
We got a lot of video games to review as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting.
The Force Unleashed.
We get to talk about a Lil playing Battlefront.
Oh God,
a little dying in Battlefront.
How about we talk about a little playing Star Wars on the NES? That is something I can do, or the Japanese Star Wars game.
Well, we can do
Jedi
whatever
Academy.
you want to talk about.
Empire on Atari.
I have it.
All right.
Wow.
Well, listen, we said it all. I don't know what we can say. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for taking the journey through Lightspeed. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed.
And may the Force be with you.
All